Welcome back, Cage-Sider fans. I'm here with the legend, Mr. King Mo, Muhammad Lawler. Am I saying that right?
It's Lawal. It's Lawal. But the thing is, like, I ain't no legend, you know what I'm saying? I'm just.
Oh, come on.
No, legends is like Sakuraba, you know, Hoist Gracie. Yeah, I'm just me, you know what I'm saying? No legend, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
now we've talked about this before because you've been a huge Bellator staple, and this is something you and I kind of talked about off camera, where I was saying, well, everybody knows who you are because everybody's synonymous to your brand, King Mo, the crown, you know, and the whole bit, right? And that's you. And man, you did a solid against Rampage on that last fight. You beat the hell out of it.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, it was a tough fight because I was dealing with the issue, you know what I'm saying? But I had a little hip issue. Still fought. After the fight, had the surgery, got taken care of, and now I'm ready to go, man. That surgery I had recently was the best surgery I ever had, man.
Man, that's awesome. And I do want to talk about that. You know, King Mo was sidelined. We had him on our podcast, and we talked about how you were supposed to fight Bader. Yeah. Then you got the injury. Now you're feeling better. Here you are at Mayweather Gym, getting your training on again. I know you're about to head back to Miami, but you said you're going to come back here for your full training camp. So how is everything going? How are you feeling? And how soon do you think you'll be back in the cage?
Well, I'm feeling good. I'm going to come back for a pre-camp. I do things called pre-camps where I'll come out and I'll spar for like a week, 2 weeks straight. I'll get anywhere from 50 rounds in a week to like 60 rounds a week, you know what I'm saying? And I'll do about 150 rounds of skills training, like mitts, bag work, double in bags, speed, all that, just to jump start my training,
right,
my cardio. And then when I start camp, I can cruise a little bit and pick when I want to pick it up, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. Well, you know, I've always been a big Bellator guy, and I love Scott Coker. I think that's one of the best moves Bellator ever did. I'm from the Bay Area. Scott was doing all his shows over there at Strikeforce and everything. So how do you like the new boss, and how do you like the things? I mean, you guys just had the banner event with Bellator NYC, so talk to me about that.
Man, look, Coker's the man. Like this, Coker's like, think about this. Coker's like Suge Knight, how Suge Knight was. Remember back in the day, when Suge Knight had a video, he was in the back. You would never notice, so he kind of stayed quiet. And he let the rappers do the rapping, you know what I'm saying, do their thing and showcase their skills. That's how Coker is. You don't see Coker bashing no fighters. You don't see him speaking on nothing unless he's pressed to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? But Coker is chill, man, you know.
Is he kind of like an Al Heyman, like just in the background, do his thing?
Yeah, he's kind of Al Heyman, you know, he's pretty like, but kind of more personable, because Al Heyman's kind of like a black vampire. You don't see him. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, then tell me some of the exciting things that's happening next, because I know that Bellator, you have a fight this week. It's in Oklahoma, and then you guys are going to Verona, New York, right? You're probably not going to be in either one of those, so I'm going to ask, are you going to be in San Jose September 23rd? Is that maybe the target date?
Well, I might go. It depends on what my training's looking like, because if I'm training hard, I don't like to go to the fights too much. I like to stay focused, stay at home, and stay on that grind, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Now, opponents-wise, because this week was a big week. Gegard Mousasi came over from the UFC, and I know he could fight at 205 if he wants to. Obviously, he's a 185er, and he could. I think he can even go to 170 and fight maybe Rory. Probably not, right?
Rory had to bump up the fight.
Okay.
You know, Gegard's he's a very talented fighter. You know, maybe we can run it back again sometime. You know.
Okay.
But you know, there's a lot of people there. I'd fight Gegard. I'd fight Mitrione.
Mitrione, wow, okay.
I would fight Lynn Vassell. I would fight Bader, Phil Davis, Frank Mir. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
If he gets signed, I'd love to fight Frank Mir, because you know, he can fight.
That's awesome. Now let me ask you that, because you're such a huge staple to the Bellator name. Who are some of the people now that Mousasi's coming over, and a lot more people have been coming over, like Rory McDonald? What are other names that you want to see come over? Like you just mentioned Frank Mir.
For me, it makes no difference who comes over. People come over for a reason. They come over for money, respect, or they like the brand, they like something about it. And I just want people to come over, they're talented, and they're believers of pushing something to a different level. And if they have that in their mind, like Bader and like Mitrione and Fedor and them do, then we can do something. But if they coming in like, oh, it's gonna be easy money, I don't care how much for Bellator, I'm just get paid, get my checks, then you know what? They'll get beat, and they'll get cut, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. Now, last thing. Now, they're doing the big Mayweather-McGregor week. Here you are at TMT Gym. You think Scott would ever allow something like that? Like maybe let King Mo come over to boxing and fight, I don't know, like I'm trying to think who would it even be for someone like you, because I know you don't care about fighting heavyweight, or like would he let you fight like a Tyson Fury or something? Or?
I'm gonna be 100. Let's be 100. I'd fight. I'm a fighter. I'll fight wherever. Any rules, if I can understand them and follow those rules, I'll fight somebody. But I could do boxing, but I get beat, I would get knocked out. If I'm lucky, I could go at least 4 rounds. I could last 3 or 4 rounds. I've been beat up by the best, like Brian Jennings, Trevor Bryant, Luis Ortiz, Eddie Chambers, Alan Green, Tabiti, Hunter. They've all kicked my ass. So
right, but we're talking sparring, not for real.
Yeah, but if it's for real, it's worse, because sparring, we're with 18-ounce gloves. Imagine wearing 10-ounce gloves. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching the business with 18-ounce gloves. I'm going to definitely catch the business with 10-ounce gloves.
Yeah, so then you're saying McGregor has 0 chance. No matter how much money he's putting into his camp, no matter who he brings in, he's bringing in Paulie Malignaggi. You know,
if I was him, I wouldn't waste my time. I keep the money. I don't. For what? It's like this. Imagine if Floyd fought Conor in MMA.
Yeah.
Floyd could bring in whoever he wants. He could bring Marcel Garcia.
He could bring you in.
He could bring me in. He could bring Tyrone Spong. He could bring in everybody. And guess what? It still ain't gonna help because there's not enough time. There's a gap, man. It's a gap. You have to respect the sports, man. I remember years ago. Remember Contenders? There's a thing called.
Yeah, I remember.
Not the boxing one.
No.
It's different.
Oh.
Where they're the best wrestlers, Olympic wrestlers, in the United States, face the best grapplers in America in their grappling match.
Oh, yeah.
Every wrestler got submitted. Kevin Jackson, Kenny Monday. I mean, beast wrestlers, like Olympic medalists, Olympic champions, world champions. They got smashed by these grapplers in a grappling match. It's a different world, man. You know, it's a different sport.
Different sport. Well, that makes sense to me. I'm glad you're back, dude. I think you're one of the most exciting people to actually watch. I think you know how to promote a fight. I think you know your brand. I think that you're synonymous with the Bellator name. I'm excited because you know there's some people that we might want to go to Bellator, right?
Man, hey, look, Frank Mir, talk to Bellator. Let's get a good deal. Let's try to make something happen. And then once you sign, we can fight, or you can fight whoever. Let's do something, man. Let's get money. Let's get paid. Man, Bellator will push you right, you know what I'm saying? I know you want to get branded right, and everybody knows who you are, but they can rebrand you, repackage you know what I'm saying? And you can come get this money, and we have big name fights for you, as well.
Man, that's awesome. Now, one last thing. Big news with the women. Scott Coker finally opened up 125, right? So that's the big thing. You guys got Letourneau from the UFC. She's fighting this week over at Bellator.
She pulled out due to injury.
Oh, did that? Okay.
But they can run that. They can run that back because the girl she's fighting, Emily, is a beast. Emily ain't no joke.
She can fight.
She can fight.
Okay.
She can fight. She can fight her ass off, and she can punch. She's a good wrestler, good grappler. And you know, Valerie got injured, so maybe once Valerie gets healed up, they can run it back.
They'll run it back.
Yep.
Did they do anything to make that up for that fight or nothing? You didn't hear nothing about nothing.
No, nothing really. Just
okay. All right. Any of the other women that you see kind of coming up that you'd like to see at the Bellator?
Anna.
You want to see Ana Julaton at Bellator?
Definitely. You know, but listen.
Tell Anna why you want her to go to Bellator.
Anna, you should come to Bellator because we could. You know what? It's Bellator first. We're about fighters. You know what I'm saying? We'll push you, market you right, get you the right fights so that you look great, and then you can fight Heather Hardy. You can fight. We got a bunch of girls at 125 she can fight. You know what I'm saying?
How about that Russian girl? Do you like that girl? That Anastasia?
She can fight Anastasia. She can fight Veda Ortega. We got some girls. We got some women. Not girls. We got some women that can really fight. So I think that they'll do a great job of marketing. Because she's, you know, marketing to Asians and up in San Jose. She's
right.
the Bay. And
Anna's from the Bay.
And the Bay, San Jose don't play when it comes to fighting. I think that she could be the next, real talk, I think Anna could be the next Kung Lee type
really?
fighter. Yes.
Huh. Can I ask you, what do you like about, like, when you've seen her, and you saw some of her fights at one championship, but you've seen a lot of her boxing, and you've seen her train. What do you like about Anna?
Okay, first of all, she's easy on the eyes. She's very pretty, great smile, but she's vicious. That's one thing you can't forget. She's vicious, great combos. Honestly, she's probably the top 2-3% best boxers in MMA. And guess what? They're all boxers. Like, you know, her,
Holly
Holm, Heather Hardy. They're all female boxers. So the best boxers in MMA are all female.
Wow. So you heard that, Connor. So even better than Connor, huh?
Better than everybody. Better than all of us. Because guess what? They've had boxing experience. Like, if I were to actually move around with Anna, she'd put hands on me. You know what I'm saying? But I take her down, the elbow.
You're gonna have to show her how to do some of that King Mo stuff like you did the Rampage.
No, but Anna's a beast. I feel like she gets with Bellator. Bellator will push her, and she'll be next Kung Lee. The female version of Kung Lee. Straight up.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, it's always fun having this conversation with you. And when you do come back here to train at Mayweather's, then maybe we can
like this. Every time I come back in Vegas, I will do y'all show.
Okay, that's awesome, man.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Y'all heard it first.
You heard it. Cage Sider fans, you can always count on King Mo right here. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be back for more, Cage Sider fans.